Greetings everyone, my name is Adderville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In tonight's stream, I'll conclude my coverage of the level pack Mega Man Colors by WreckingPrograms. I started covering this over 3 weeks ago, and finally we're gonna get it done. On the first week, I defeated the first 8 Color RMs, second week, Fusion RMs, and last week, all 8 further stages. So, tonight, I'll be completing the 4 special stages, or extra stages, or whatever you call it. Then I'll give my overall final assessments. So let's begin with Special Stage 1, Codename Tan, Attack Man, with 27 plays and a score of 7. Thank you everyone for joining. Welcome to tonight's stream, Lepandio, Hyper, Jedok, Manubi, Lee, Jaden, Eduardo, YouTube, Zerlinks, and Pixelboy. One of the longest level packs I've covered on this channel. In terms of quantity, it's the longest. In terms of length, probably Fierce BattleBots 1 or something is a close one. Ah, so it's achievement unlock stages. I wanted to cover Paper Mario 3D Land tonight after this, but there were some issues. Namely resolution and controller support. Namely back and forth. Let's do this with... Yeah, let's do this Mega, why not? Yep, definitely. To clarify the issues, basically the controller support is you can't rebind the controller buttons. For a fan game like that, that's a pretty glaring omission. Worse than that, if you have the controller plugged in, you can't use the keyboard. You have to physically unplug or disable the controller driver. And of course, there's no resolution options other than windowed mode and full screen. Unless you use DX Wind, which I probably will. So yeah, that's why I'm saving it for tomorrow evening, so I don't mess up my other settings. I'm gonna be playing that game using the keyboard. If I'm forced to use a D-pad, I'll just use the arrow keys. Oh no, definitely not tonight. I don't want to end up in an embarrassing situation where I'm in World 2 and forget 2 levels in where the actual exit is. Secret exit. But here's what I'm planning for Super Mario World. I knew it. Remember you mentioned something about a Monday morning stream? Oh, hi there, Mega Team Up. Thanks for the raid. Ah, nothing. Just relaxing for the evening. I'll be seeing you tomorrow for the Among Us stream, Mega. Oh yeah, and also because of the special stage. Oh, you're here too, Shercock. Glad you could make it as well. I was thinking that because the Wednesday evening stream last week didn't go through due to my ailments, why not have the first Monday morning stream be the day after tomorrow, where I cover SMW, the start of it. As always, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help out the channel. Engagement's key after all. And also for all of you watching, please subscribe to Mega Team's channel. It's awesome. Lots of fun content is showcased there. I don't blame you, Lee. After covering the same old game for over 600 episodes, yeah. If we're going to have the first Monday morning stream, it's probably going to be at 12 PM PDT, running for about 90 minutes. That should be fine. That should be enough to cover at least up to World 3 or 4. Even if I cover all the exits. Remember, when I do the SMW playthrough, even though I'll do 96 exits, I'll be saving Star World for the last world. Just before I go for Bowser. That was Splash's section. Yep, tomorrow morning is Sunday morning. That'll be that game. But Monday morning, which to me is day after tomorrow, that'll be SMW. How long have I been streaming this game for? Over a year now. And before that, I made at least several hundred videos on this. You'll have to wait for its turn YouTube in a gauntlet. Paper Mario 3D Land is tomorrow evening. That's good to hear, Zero Links. So to summarize, the full schedule will be Sunday morning, you know what it is. Sunday evening, Paper Mario 3D Land, and Monday morning, Super Mario World. Oh. I'm gonna shell the Gem Wizard Tactics playthrough. I mentioned this in the morning stream, but it's reaching the point where the amount of skill required is becoming quite notable. Thank you, sure. He doesn't play too badly. At least he actually is smart enough to use utilities and special weapons. You'd be surprised how many even experienced Mega Man players don't even use that, or don't like using them. Yeah, it's gonna be edited / premiere. Yeah, actually the special stage was more interesting than a few Fortress levels. They actually stand out more and don't blend in as much. Special Stage 2, Codename Mint, Fresh Woman, with 26 plays, score of 5. Yeah, I didn't expect Mega Man-based content this early on, or maybe not this early, but I'm happy we're getting it. The question is, which 2 bosses are we getting for that game? And we're probably getting at least 1 or 2 more weapons from End Base. Seeing as we're getting the magic card, what other weapon would you like to get from that game? Hey, Paul. Ice Wall would be pretty interesting for for gimmicks and other things. It'd be decent at close range for damage, but for depressing switches and riding on top of spikes, that would be pretty fun. Yeah, Ice Wall would actually be my top pick as well. We have enough damage-dealing utilities, or damage-dealing weapons in this game, but pure utility-based weapons, or stuff like the Ice Wall, which makes spikes more easy to traverse, I would like that. Astroman's currently in the engine in his Mega Man 8 version, so I think it's unlikely. I've seen it. It's interesting, but that would fall under the purview of spoilers. Whoa. Oh, Burner Man would be really chaotic. Cold Man, though, he's probably more likely to get in. You don't even need to go down there. Most likely RMs to get in would probably be Cold Man, Magic Man, Cold, Magic, maybe Dynamo? He kind of relies on those batteries, so that may be an issue. Brown depends on how well they can program in his brain mechanics. Or jumping into the ceiling and whatnot. Then again, they did add Freeze Man. Tengu Man is probably will get in. Hard Man could also probably get in. Anyone who doesn't rely too heavily on specific terrain has a good shot at getting in. True. But if there's no water, that probably won't be necessary. But, that's actually a good point. We haven't got the Centaur Man's raising and lowering of water levels. Not yet, anyways. But that would be neat if a boss can actually change the water levels physically, at least for the duration of the fight. One, Rock Force, of course. I would prefer getting Tengu. We already sort of have Astro, but we don't have Tengu yet. Easy. I kind of prefer if the fortress areas are more like this. These do have a few repeated sections, but not to the extent of the fortresses, which need some fat trimming. Number 3 up is Codename Teal, Portal Woman, 18 plays, score of 3. Hello, Exedet. Yeah, I doubt the Fusion Masters, or most of them, will get in, as they have attacks that are really specific towards the arena. Well, they could potentially get in, but seeing how the Mega Man Maker devs have set up the bosses and which ones they favor, it'd be very unlikely. Sure. I mean, I could experiment and do Treeland, but it's going to require some free stream fixing and whatnot. Would that be okay with all of you? Plus, I'd only be able to cover 4 levels. Theme music's far easier to add. Okay then, let's do it live. Let's just finish these and do it. That was actually the main reason why I didn't want to cover it tonight, because of those technical issues. But if we can work to it live, sure, let's do it. Yamato Man, Japan Man, either works. Oh yeah, fun fact, Jaden. Super Cable Boy has been officially released for the Switch now. I repeat, Super Cable Boy has been released for the Switch. At last. Finally, like Primal Light and the others, it's moved to a platform which will better appreciate it. Double check, they mentioned in the announcements. Air could be interesting, but you would need more patterns, I guess. I think air would work better if you're trying to dodge his patterns from another boss, or in tandem with that. Skull time. I wish I could sneak this out. Huh? What's going on there? The object didn't despawn correctly. There's an invisible block now. Same. Yeah, sometimes if you destroy an object and leave the screen, it doesn't fully get cleared, in which case that was the skull block. It's kinda scary, but not really. Worried the projectile firing enemies, or enemies in general. Without them, this is fairly simple. In fact, there's no areas where you have to do a quick jump, use the shield, destroy a block, then reactivate it. Same. What I'm really hoping for, Jaden, is a level editor. Then we can really extend the longevity. There are many games where I wish the game actually had a level editor of sorts, if possible. We never had a 2 YouTube. Slow down. If we're going to have a Cable Boy 2, I'd like if the graphics are based off the Game Boy Color, keeping with the trend. Oh, neat! Cosmic's background. You don't usually see that used in this engine. Yes, YouTube. If you want to follow, well, if you want to follow the trend that Cable Boy set, it'd probably be a swap between Game Boy Color or Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. I think that would be more unique in that regard. Switching between Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance graphics and aesthetics. I wonder if we'll ever have focus bosses added in the engine. If there's one, it'd probably either Yellow Devil or Mega Dragon with some mods. Oops, I wanted to go through that. I can see why. That definitely has higher production values. Yeah, they can't really add much with their current mindset or design decisions. I mean, they could, but then they would have to task players with saying that these fortress bosses are very specifically designed for specific terrain setups. If you don't follow them, they'll break. But they don't really follow the design mentality. It's more to try to go for generous designs, or barring some exceptions. Okay, that was fun. Let's do it again. And again. Just imagine if this game had bits. We'd be swimming in thousands of them by this point. Higher production values. And besides, 2077 didn't... It had more money put into it, but production value-wise, it takes quite a bit of hit due to all the glitches. Because one of the aspects of higher production values is fewer obvious glitches. A better example would probably be, I guess, EA titles. We'll see. It'll probably take a while, but we'll see. I'm kind of aware of the adjacent drama going on. But, Super Mario 1 is... It's easy to break, compared somewhat, but it doesn't really have very easy, obvious glitches. To reiterate on my point, one of the main aspects of having high production values is not really obvious glitches happening everywhere and oh my goodness, what's happening? I need to duck in and out, that's what I have to do. As I was saying, one of the main aspects of high production values is no obvious glitches happening pretty easily or without the player's input, and 2077 completely fails at that. If you want a better example of why higher production values doesn't necessarily translate to better game, look at EA games. Oh, I noticed. We had those gray blocks there. They shield me. Okay, this was far less intimidating than I actually thought. If I always just stand under the gray blocks, I'm fine. So one left to go. Sometimes game-breaking glitches are fun too, as long as you don't break your save. Remember, I'm going to reveal the next gauntlet tomorrow. I usually prefer to keep the funnier glitches that don't break the levels or break the levels. So the last of the 4 special stages is Codename Platinum Goalman. 22 plays and a score of 5. The hilarious thing is that the BLG was made due to an accidental, fairly simple code oversight. They forgot to zero out some of the momentum. That's why in the other version, which was released later in Japan, that was patched out. But of course, there's another way of getting higher speed too. Yeah, Crazy Like Scout. That's one of the unfortunate ones. If it breaks the balance or really obstructs with player aim, then yeah, fix it. But if it's just a silly thing like that and doesn't affect it, keep it. The Shinryu version, yes. Eventually, I'm going to play SM64 and the DX version. The DX version with its new feature set looks pretty exciting. Not to mention the plethora of ROM hacks everywhere. Hey there, Sylveon. Controls, let's finish this with Proto. He's usually left out in the limelight. Engine, yeah. I would like some more options like disabling the temporary pause upon collecting a recoverable. Excuse me, phone call. Let's do this again. Usually Proto Man gets left out in the limelight, so I'll give him the honor of finishing the final stage. And my apologies for the interruption. Wrong number. Up for red and blues, below for base. I don't remember. Oh, of course. I misread those. And sent all the way back, unfortunately. Darn. I got through that part unscathed, only to fall to that. I think it's one of the challenge stage stuff. I think I prefer the base challenge down below. It's faster and requires less waiting. This is merely a waiting game. And the spikes are far enough away so it doesn't really cause problems. If there were 2 blocks closer, this would be pretty scary. This one's merely just holding left, right ad infinitum. And no wonder, you were rewarded more for it. But I'll grab it anyways. It's not like it's blocked off. Whoa! Actually, that may be a problem. There we go. We're true. Oh. Probably should use a different background for this. At first I didn't even see it. So the lines are the safe areas. To avoid being telefragged by the Yokus. Whoa, that was really risky there. I don't care, I want the upper route. What happens? Not recommended. You can do it, but it requires repeated usage of the slider. Definitely the hardest out of the bonus stages so far. Three, two, 1, 0. Yeah, it sounds like the final stage of a fortress. Or the penultimate stage. That's a pertinent point, Sylveon. Why doesn't anyone else bring that up? You would think after, I don't know, 40 or 45 different those capsules scattered across the world, and Mega Man X and friends gaining new abilities, someone would have pointed it out or studied it further in detail. Heck, they may even try making their own version. I still think the base route is the most fun version of the stage. It's more engaging rather than going left and right. That's something I wish the X series would address in the future. Oh. Timers are not aligned as I thought. Yeah, Repo Man. One of my least favorite stages of that game. Too much waiting. Well, not my least favorite, but less favorite. Yeah, he basically downloaded his brain. He basically uploaded his brain. Which after reading several dozen sci-fi novels, isn't too out of the ordinary. If anything, he should be able to download his body. If anything, he should be able to download himself a new body. But of course, Y did so too, and by the X era, he's gotten more unhinged, seeing what he did in X5. Of course, if that's the case, who else did so? Once again. At least we get the same rewards, although it's not as deserved. Whoops. Again. I'd make the background a bit stand out more from the wires. Out of the secret stages, this has the most repeating ones, unfortunately. I like the first three more. It's also the fact that one of the sets of challenges is merely just waiting. This wouldn't be so bad if the background was darker. Or really any different color other than gray and white. This would be far worse if the background's white. And I'll discuss my final assessments on it very soon. I hope it's very soon. Or if the wires had a black outline, it wouldn't be too bad either. Just as how Yoku's have a black outline. I can't wait for that fan game to come out, Sylveon. Then we can really meme it. I mean, if we have stuff like Maze Man as the regular stages, just think how crazy the forest stages are going to be. Out of the four fan games I showcased on that day, that's the one I have the least hope for. Because many of us already informed Chang about those issues, but they haven't actually rectified it, and they've been informed many times. They have an unfortunate habit of not listening. That's one of the reasons why they got banned from the Magma Tree server. On the other hand, Final Gear, Last Man's Adventure, and that Mega Man 1 Redux, those have far better promise. Time to grab that tank. On second thoughts, no, let's not get it. Jeez. This stage loads you on E's and M's. Yeah, this has too much fat. Repetitive fat that needs to be trimmed. In fact, this is a good demonstration of one of the biggest problems with this pack. Too much repetition. At least 40 or half of the stage could be removed and it'd be better. Anyways, we're at the end. With the previous stages, it was about 5 to 6 minutes long, now it's 12 minutes. Even for to remove most of the deaths, it'd still be like 10 minutes. So please, yeah. 4 out of 10 isn't that bad of an assessment. I called it subpar during my demo playthrough. Poor showing by Capcom. Or is it? I'm just gonna speed this up. I have all these E-tanks and I'm not afraid to use them. Is this a boss rush? No, it isn't. Good. Without a ceiling, Strike Man is kind of not that hard. This fight really should have a ceiling. I like the different arena, but the boss doesn't take advantage of it. That's my main issue is the time adventure. The developer didn't learn from their previous experiences, so my generosity is going to be far less. I didn't really like it. Sorry about that. Yeah, it had too much repetitive fat that could have been trimmed out to make the stage more interesting. At least half the stage. So, with that, this marks the end of my playthrough of Mega Man Colors by Genok74. My thoughts are, it started out fine, decent, I liked how each stage was based on a different color. In fact, all stages are to some extent, especially the color, fusion, and the secret stages. But the further I got along, the more I noticed a problematic trend, which got worse. There's too much repetition of content and not enough variation. See, it introduces mechanics and enemies, yes, but then it repeats those similar patterns over and over throughout the stages. I noticed it happen about each of the RM stages, the FM stages, but it really became a problem during the Fortis stages, where you could cut off 25 to 40% of the stage, maybe even half the stage, and it'd be better. I don't mind reusing the same mechanics and enemies, but you want to have them in different configurations. Here, they were relatively similar configurations, which caused issues. See, take for example that electric stage, Sheepman's Challenge, from the most popular queue which I played earlier today in the morning stream. That actually used quite a few of the same mechanics and enemies, but varied up the challenges and reordered them and made them more difficult and whatnot, and the stage wasn't too long, so it felt fresh. If more of the stages were like this, I'd be more okay with the limited set of stuff, but it isn't, so the further I got along, the further it dragged, especially when we had less of a color gimmick to tie things together. And even with the mechanics and enemies, the climaxes and escalation could have been done better. Difficulty-wise, it's actually average difficulty, I'd say. I would recommend it for people who have an intermediate to below intermediate skill level for Mega Man Maker. It doesn't get too difficult, but it poses some challenge, especially if you're newer to the game. The hardest stages are the end of the fortress and the end of the secret stage, especially if you decide to not use E&M tanks. Nevertheless, hopefully their next level pack will be better. My biggest suggestion would be to trim down the stage size. Please vary up the challenges more. Try aiming for a stage length around 6 minutes long. And Genok actually listens, so I'm confident. Rajok listens. Pretty much everyone in this community actually listens. Anyways, this marks the end of the Mega Man Maker portion of the stage, stream, what have you.